All right. Our first question is from Jesse Jesus. What pre-workout do you take, and what do you recommend for someone who has a caffeine tolerance?
Pre-workout.
I've been on that
Coffee.
lately. Man, it's someone was asking someone asked me what you took the other day when you were
throwing shit in my face.
Yeah, I couldn't answer because I don't know, because we get sent. I mean, that's probably the number one thing I'd say we get sent to us would be pre-workout and supplements. Ironically,
yeah, you got to ask yourself before you decide what you want to take or what's worth taking. What is your goal with taking a pre-workout? Like, what's the goal? Is the goal to have more energy, better performance, stamina, more strength,
Cognitive boost.
maybe cognitive boost, maybe improve recovery, get a better pump? Like, these tend to be goals that people have with pre-workouts. And then ask yourself what things contribute to those the most. Okay, so here's some of the stuff that will do that the most. Be well hydrated. Okay, no joke. There is no citrulline, arginine pump boosting matrix.
Yeah, you get a much better pump.
Nothing's going to give you a better pump than just being well hydrated in your workout. All those things ain't going to do shit. You could take Viagra, which is a better vasodilator than all those things combined, and you're not going to get a better pump than you will if you're well hydrated. So that's number one. Number two, stimulant. Is a stimulant going to help you with your workout? Well, yeah, it probably will. And the one that has the best evidence to support it is just good old-fashioned caffeine, which is easy to find.
Yeah,
it's easy to find caffeine. You can find it in coffee.
cheaper, get it pill form.
Pill form, it's inexpensive. You can find it. You can get coffee. And coffee's healthy. It's got antioxidants and stuff like that.
Pills form never did it for me, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess you have to time it like perfectly, but it's still not.
When I was competing, that's what I just carried I think they're 25 milligram pills or 50 milligram pills that I used to just keep in my gym bag and use them on the day. Here's how I use them. It's only for I need to keep consistent, and today I don't feel like going in the gym, and I need that extra oomph to get in there. And the thing that I have to be careful of is that being the motivation, and then it creeping into a regular thing, because then it's really hard.
Tolerance starts to.
Well, not only that, not only does the tolerance come up, but then it's also masking what could be going on. Like, maybe I really just need to rest.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And this is close to home for me right now, because I've probably had more pre-workout in the last 3 months than I have in the last 10 years. I mean, maybe that's not true, because when I was competing, I was having it probably as frequent as I feel I'm having it right now. So I'm having it more frequent than usual, and I know that's because I'm fucking tired. You know, I'm rarely getting more than 4 hours of sleep on nights. I got a lot of stuff going on. I was out of town just recently, and yet I'm also trying to stay consistent with my training. And, you know, we get done podcasting, we're sitting under these fucking lights that I can't, that just make me feel drowsy afterwards. And then I want to go out there and lift, and I'm just like, I'm not in it. And I feel like I need to have a pre-workout. And so I have, but what I also have noticed is that's turned into, every once in a while to turning into almost every time that I'm working out. And then I have to ask myself, am I doing more good or doing more harm than good by masking how I probably feel when my body's probably telling me I need to rest a little?
Yeah, I think for me too, the ritual of it all, like I think like psychologically, I found myself like needing to have certain things like that. I needed to have the stimulant. I needed to have, the certain types of shoes or whatever it was I was bringing into the workout, or the certain type of music. I really had to have like the angriest music possible for me to get a good workout. Otherwise, like, why even do it? And I feel like there's a lot of examples of that I've seen with people that are just like, they got to have their pre-workout, and it's like all part of this like, ritual where, if you don't have that, all of a sudden it's like detrimental. And so I tried to break that whole cycle for myself and just go in sometimes where I'm just not feeling it, but just start slowly going through the movements and then seeing how my body feels. And again, yeah, it masks a lot of like, how the state of your central nervous system, everything like at the time. So you have to pay attention to, like why you're really needing to include it every single time.
Well, caffeine will give you a performance boost when you work out, but you have to be sensitized or sensitive to caffeine for it to work. And what I mean by that is if you have caffeine every day, then having it before you work out is going to take you from tired to baseline to normal. What you want, if you want to use caffeine as a pre-workout, is you want the caffeine to take you from baseline to a bit higher. And the way you do that is you take time off in between. Ideally, for performance benefits, caffeine should be taken maybe for 3 days a week for your 3 hardest workouts. If you work out 5 days a week, don't take it 2 of those days. Make sure it's the easy days and take it on the 3 hard workouts. If you take it every day, it loses its effect. And people who have caffeine every single day know this. It's like I drink my coffee every morning and then it makes me normal. So that's how you want to use caffeine. As far as amino acids are concerned, because you look at pre-workouts and like, oh, it's got branched-chain amino acids to prevent muscle breakdown. It's got essential amino acids to. Okay, here's a cheap way to do that. Okay, an hour and a half or 2 hours before, eat a piece of chicken. It's got more amino acids than your amino acid powder. Or if you like the powder, just take a scoop of protein powder. You'll have more branched amino acids and essential amino acids in that than your pre-workout is going to provide you. As far as the pump is concerned, citrulline may increase blood flow a little bit, but it's probably largely a waste of money and time. If the thing that might give you a better pump than that would be like beetroot extract. Beetroots or beets in high doses have been shown to improve performance. You could buy beetroot extract. It's pretty inexpensive. I know Organifi makes a red juice that's got that in there, so you could even try something like that. But even that increase in nitric oxide, that small boost, isn't going to do a whole big thing.
No. In fact, what I worry more about is if my body should be resting and I'm masking it with all this shit that I'm putting in, I probably would have benefited more from either toning my workout down or taking the day off and resting.
You're right. It's not listening to your body, is it?
Right.
It's like you're walking in and you're like, fuck the signals. My body's telling me I'm going to, it's like, you know what it's like? It's like this. It's like, oh man, my shoulder fucking hurts. There's no way I can bench press. And then a doctor comes in, cortisone shot. Yeah. I'm going to fucking bench. Yeah. Is that a good idea?
Right.
Not at all. Right. So you make an excellent point, Adam.
That's my only concern with myself personally. And I know I can't be the only person that's like that who uses it just because they want it to get them up and go, right? And
it's one of the most successful supplement categories.
Because you can feel it.
Because it's fun.
And you can ramp yourself up way too high where it messes up your workout.
It's anything that we ever try or do that you can feel. There's no, and that's honestly why the beta alanine and the citrulline, what's it?
Beta alanine is the one that gives you the
tingles.
The tingles.
Yeah, and I think people, I hate that part. It's so funny. It's like I
like it.
I hate that.
Really?
It makes my face fucking itch and my fingertips tingle, and I'm like, no, I don't like that. But people I know love that, and I think it's because you can feel it because you're like, oh, it's working,
bro. It's brilliant.
And the niacin makes you start sweating early.
If you go to like these big conventions like the Arnold Classic or whatever, and it's like 99% supplements that they're selling or whatever, and you see what they're handing out, the free samples, it's all pre-workouts.
Yeah.
Because if they hand something else out, I guess you could take a protein and be like, oh, that tastes good, but you're not going to feel anything.
No.
But pre-workout, I could take it, walk around, come back and be like, I feel that. Let me buy a bottle of that.
Give me more.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Beta alanine does improve performance. But again, these are small boosts. It's not going to come close to a good diet and sleep and all that stuff. Cordyceps. I like cordyceps for really long, grueling workouts. I like to take ashwagandha with a lot of caffeine or theanine with the caffeine to make it feel better. But it just feels good and it's fun. But honestly, it doesn't make... You could take... I would love to see a comparison of groups. I don't think these exist where they take a group of men, group of athletes, I should say, and they say, okay, do the same workout, same diet, good sleep. Yeah. You take a pre-workout, you don't. Let's see who builds more muscle. As long as everything else is controlled, like forget the creatine, because sometimes pre-workouts include creatine. That'll make you build muscle, right? But it's not the pre-workouts, the creatine. So if you just did the pre-workout stuff, I'd love to see the study that shows you build more muscle. Probably won't find one.
No.